Welcome to the 5 Minute Reflection. One of the problems that Christians face today is, like all believers, that we live a credible faith. There are all sorts of things on the internet that talk about credulous and incredible faith. That somehow, if we do this, that we will be protected from infection. If we say this prayer or believe that God, whatever God we believe in, will protect us. And I mean, who wouldn't, frankly? Of course, that's not the way that faith works. That's not the way that the true and living God works. If people ask why I put so much about the intellectual content of faith on St George's website and St George's Facebook page, it's because faith is not just about how we feel. It's not just a way of living an emotionally supported life. It's about the truth as well as the way and the life. And that's really countercultural at the moment. In 2005, Steve Jobs, who founded Apple, he wrote this, or he spoke this at a commencement speech in Stanford University. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is the living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And of course, we live in a world where that's a hugely attractive message, because we live in a technologically advanced civilization. We have the sort of life that our ancestors literally could not dream of. And that's because of technological and scientific advances which have seemingly little to do with the content of faith. Faith is a belief in God. Well, faith is also a belief in God in a particular way. A belief in a particular sort of God, not just what makes us feel good, but a God who reveals God's own self to us in order that we might enter into that reality and live that reality. What is it that Jesus did on the night before he was betrayed? Did he have a big love-in with his disciples? No, not really. Yes, he sat down for a meal with them. He was aware, as they were, that he was in a very dangerous place and that life was probably going to get much more brutish and probably short to the point of death. But what he did was he taught them by taking off his outer garments, by wrapping a towel round his waist, by washing their feet, that the greatest commandment is love. And that love will be experienced and re-experienced again and again if, by sitting down with those who also claim to believe in God and eat and drink bread and wine, that life in all its fullness will be theirs. Jesus taught his disciples that he was going to be with them forever. Now that's a startling claim, but one that is there in the Gospels, because for believers this time of questioning is not about amulets and magical prayers, but about our hope in the God who loves us. Václav Havel wrote this: "Hope is not the conviction that something will turn out well, but the certainty that something makes sense regardless of how it turns out." God bless you, that in this time hope will sustain you. Hope in the God who holds you in his hands. Bless you.